안녕하세요, Korean baseball fans. I'm excited to get over to Korea. I leave here shortly. I'm excited to get to Busan, see all the Giants fans, and hear Sojik Stadium rocking. It's been a few years. I've been here. I think this is my 4th season with Tread, so I've been coming up here for a while. I enjoy it. I've gotten to know the guys that run this place, and they do a great job. So excited to be here and excited to see everyone, and really excited to come in and see some Korean KBO guys over here. So that's really exciting. It's just such a great facility. They really take care of us, and I've been coming up here. They have playing my off season, playing my in season, playing all my weightlifting, my running, my training. We kind of put a plan together and then talk with the Giants training staff and kind of merge everything together. So it's just, they're very organized and they do a great job. I think it's good. I think it shows, those guys are willing to, put the commitment in to come over here and train. I know it's a really big step to come over here. It's really far from home. It's a whole new culture. So, I give those guys credit that come over here and take the risk to, try and better themselves in their career. Yes, yeah. I've been speaking with him some. He's been in the facility. So as soon as he signed, I, introduced myself and we've started talking. He's just kind of asking, different questions that everyone asks before their first time going to Korea. So I tell all the guys, call me with anything. I'm going on my 4th year over there, so I understand, questions you may have for yourself or for your family. I think the biggest thing, and I learned early on, is it's going to be different than anything you've experienced, the new culture and everything. But if you just take a step back and really try and learn and understand why things are done how they're done, it'll make your life a whole lot easier, and you can start to understand the culture. And once you understand the culture, then everything else becomes really, really easy for you. I think, at first you're just so unfamiliar with everything. You don't really know where to go to do certain things. You don't understand, it's just everything's new. It's very different, and obviously, the language barrier. But the more time I spend there, the more I realize that it's really not complicated. You guys have done such a great job of making it very easy and very welcoming to us. The Giants front office they've always been great to me and my family. They've always looked after us, helped us in any way they could. So, I guess the biggest thing is just being unfamiliar with the place. But, now I have my favorite restaurants, have my, on the road, I know where to eat, I know what to order. The Kupang delivery driver probably gets so tired of coming to my house because I'm ordering food. But, it gets easier the longer you've been there. Yeah, obviously you never want to get hurt. So that was, tough on me not being able to pitch, because that's really what I enjoy doing the most is pitch. I love being in the game. I love competing. So that was a little tougher for me, just being away from the team, trying to rehab. So that was unfortunate. And I've done everything I can this off season to try and make sure that doesn't happen again. Honestly, no. I don't know what I was expecting. I went over there. I felt like it was a good opportunity for me, a good opportunity for for my career, and it's turned out to be one of the best decisions I've made is taking that jump and coming over. And if I would have known I was going to be 4 years, I would have studied a lot of Korean early on. But I wish I would have done that. But every year I'm like, I'm going to learn it this year. I'm going to learn it this year, and then I end up just asking my interpreter, hey, what do you say? What do you say? So, but no, it's been awesome. We've really enjoyed our time there, and my family loves it. My daughter loves it. My son, he's too young to realize what's going on, but it's been a really cool life experience for us. Yeah, it was a good off season. We were in constant contact with the office. Our foreign scout, Park Min-soo, he did an awesome job relaying what the office was telling him, and my agent, they did a great job. We were in really good communication, so it worked out exactly how it was supposed to work out. We grew really close over there. You spend so much time with each other, being the only other foreign pitcher, and so I'm going to miss him. He was fantastic for the Giants, and I wish him well. I'm excited to see where the next chapter of his career takes him. No, I've since he signed, I've reached out and we've gotten to know. I've talked with him, texted with him, reached out and just said, hey, welcome to the Giants. Excited, to get to meet you, get to play with you. So I reached out to him and just said, if you need anything, you have questions. call me with whatever. I can help you with anything you may need or you may not need. So we've been chatting, and I think his wife and my wife have been talking, so it's been it's been good. I'm excited to get to know him, excited to show him around Korea and show him the different things and let him experience the culture. Difficult time, you're always going to have good games and bad games. That's just part of being a pitcher. You're going to have those. Probably being injured. That was I can't stand not playing, so it was terrible for me. I'd every day just sat there and watched the game on TV and was just so upset that I wasn't in the dugout and wasn't pitching. So I think that was probably the most challenging time for me, was missing that 6 weeks last year. So it's been a little different because my first 2 seasons we had an American manager. Larry Sutton was there, and then this past year when Kim Tae-hyun came in, so it was just a little different. But he's been awesome to me. He's been awesome to my family. I haven't had any complaints with him. He's such a legendary manager, and he's won so many games over there, and so I think it's been good for the Giants. He kind of brought a new perspective in, and so it's been awesome. But in terms of, for me, it hasn't changed a ton. Show up, do my work every day. That's all I can do, and try my best to win games. And I think that he saw that, and I think that we've gotten along great. So I have nothing but good things to say about him. It was funny, my wife and I were talking about it. She saw his picture on Instagram, and she instantly called me and was like, "Oh my goodness, did you see he cut his hair off? Like, I'm not even going to recognize him now with no hair." So I'm excited to see him. I'm going to pick on him a little bit when I get there about that.
이거 좀 재미난 스토리인데, 김원주 선수가 저랑 이제 전화 인터뷰를 할 때 어머님이 그런 이야기를 했대요. 나는 딸을 키운 적이 없다고.
It'll be interesting that he's going to be so different. I'm just so used to the hair, so I try not to let it get too long. Especially summertime, it gets too hot. I'd always ask him, like, how do you pitch with that? It's too much hair going on. Same for you, got too much hair, it's too hot, So I just tried to see where the team was coming from with their, there's certain things I'd say, hey, I'm going to do this. And they're like, oh, no, you can't do that. I'm like, well, in America, that's not a big deal, but they're like, oh, well, this reason. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So really just try and take a step back and learn. I'm sure my interpreters got tired of me asking questions like, how come this, and this? Or, why do they do it this way versus this way? And then, getting explained to me, and just, the history of the culture and the country. And so I think the biggest thing for me was just kind of taking a step back and seeing how it was done before me, and kind of understand, okay, and then obviously my teammates have been great. The veterans on that team, they've been awesome. They help me out. There's, come to me with anything I need, or if I'm doing something that isn't the right way, they come and just say, hey, we know you always do it this way, but let's try this, and this. So, I can't say enough about, the veterans on that team, how they've helped me and helped my family, and how welcoming they've been. Yeah. Well, I feel the same way about all those guys. It's funny. My daughter loves it. She's fully bought in on everything. So even now, she's running around. She's got her cheerleading uniform on. She's singing Junwoo's song. She's singing Yoon Dong-hee. It's just it's constant for her. So she loves it. She can't wait to get back. So we feel the same way about the Lotte Giants organization and what they've meant to us. Chano Park from Kia, I struggle. Every time I see him, I'm like, take the day off tomorrow. I'm pitching. You take the day off, please. I don't want to see you in the lineup. But there's so many good hitters in the league that it's, I feel like I get them out sometimes and they get me sometimes. That's just how it goes. That's baseball. But, there's always those few guys you just struggle to get out. And that's another one, just part of it. I don't know. I guess he just sees me well, or I don't know what it may be. But, Chen-ho, if you're watching this next year, you're not playing against me, all right? Take the day off, all right? Thank you. I don't know. That's a tough question, because I hope to play. I'm 29 right now. I hope to play for a long, long time. So we'll see. I'll never rule it out. But my big focus this year is being good this year. Try and get the Giants to the postseason. So that's been my biggest goal is worrying about this year and taking care of what we can this year. Yeah, they're the best. They really are. They you know, when we struggle, they're still there for us, and when we're winning, they're there for us. So can't say enough about them. You know, Sajik Stadium is an awesome place to play. I know I've talked with a bunch of guys in the league, a bunch of the foreign players in the league, and they all love playing at Sajik. So I'm blessed to call it home. I think the biggest thing is, you know, for me, it was the opportunity. When I was back in the States, I was, you know, I'd pitch in the big leagues, I'd go back down to AAA, and the big leagues kind of up and down. And, you know, over in the KBO, I know I'm going to be with the first team. I know I'm going to, you know, I'm going to get my innings. I'm going to make my starts as long as I'm not injured. So that's been the biggest benefit for me, is just the experience of being out there and throwing as much as I get the chance to do in the moment, and I try to focus on what I can do today to be better. So I'm a firm believer in, you know, I have a plan, I have, you know, a long-term plan, but for me, I spend the majority of my time focused on, you know, how can I get better today? How can I be good today? View my career as take it one day at a time, and, you know, let's do everything I can today to be the best I can. I'm excited to see you guys. You know, I'm ready to get back in Sajik, ready to be in Busan, ready to hear you guys cheering us on, and you know, we're excited to get spring camp and work as hard as we can to bring you guys fall baseball. So we appreciate all the support always.